to another episode of Entrepreneurs in Fuego. We're documenting the journey of incredible entrepreneurs. My new best friend.
Hello.
You're my new best friend.
Oh, I love that.
Well, all my attorneys are new best friends.
Well, as an attorney, we need lots of friends.
Exactly.
That's what we need more of.
And we're going to find out why here in a minute. Megan Porth, your contract shop.
Yes.
And in your website, you say that seeing an attorney, and you turn seeing an attorney fun.
Yeah.
And I'm just taking it, I'm quoting you, or whoever wrote that in your why? Why is it seeing an attorney fun?
Well, it's fun because we have completely changed the traditional business model. Being an attorney generally is terrible, okay? It sucks. It does, it sucks. The way that the business model is structured is set up in a way to where it's not conducive to the way we live our lives now. Two working parent households. I have friends, especially moms, who have to go to work at their law firm at 6 in the morning so they can get off at 2 to see their kids, and then they go back to work at night. So the way that it's structured now makes for angry attorneys. And so what does that give you? It gives you angry clients. Right. So what I did is I revisited the entire legal business model, and I said, okay, I'm going to eliminate all the overhead, unnecessary overhead, and I'm going to eliminate every policy and procedure that does not benefit my clients directly. And that's where your contract shop was born. So then I started networking with other attorneys who are happy to see their clients now because they get to work from home, they don't have a ton of overhead, and they get to pick and choose the clients that they actually want to work with.
Your contract shop, and that's the name of the business, of the practice. And what is exactly your contract shop? I mean, you have several plans over there. I mean, do you review contracts?
Exactly.
Is that what you do essentially?
Yes, yeah.
All right.
So you'll see LegalZoom where it's not an actual law firm, and they can't practice law, but what they do is they offer you documents. But a lot of times I actually get those documents across my desk because people will say, I reviewed this, but I have absolutely no idea what it said, right? Or and guess what I tell them? You're wrong. You were wrong on this, so I'm happy you came and found me.
Wow.
So what we do is we take it to the next level. We offer those same kind of services, but with a licensed professional. So that's why we're different than a LegalZoom, and we're different than a traditional law firm because we have all of the emotional, physical, and financial barriers. We've broken those down so that we can actually provide those services to the people. I call it my blue ocean, the people who aren't seeing attorneys right now anyway. They're going to a LegalZoom or they're, God forbid, downloading something off of the internet, and I see hundreds of those.
And that's the thing that we do, right? I mean, we're going to enter into some kind of agreement or some kind of contract, depending on how you want to define it.
Or handshake.
Or handshake or whatever, right?
Right.
And the next thing we know is, all right, so we have this agreement that none of us prepared, but we just downloaded it from the internet.
Right.
What is right, what is wrong? I have no idea.
Of course.
It looks
good. And you shouldn't, right? I mean, the whole concept behind your contract shop, because I love entrepreneurs, I'm lucky I come from an entrepreneurial background. So the whole concept is to make it accessible for these people because you are great at what you do. The salesperson is great at what he does. Yeah. All of these different people should specialize in what they're excellent at. They shouldn't spend all this time trying to learn the law when they haven't gone to law school. So in order to make it more accessible and easy for them, I've developed a web-based platform. So you call me, you FaceTime me on iPhone, you can call me on GoToMeeting, whatever you're most comfortable with. Genius. And my rates are just, you're gonna laugh when you see them. They're just so competitive.
I saw them and I laughed.
Did you? You were like, what do you get for this?
I laughed for about 45 minutes. I couldn't stop. People are like, what's wrong with you?
You said, look at this woman's rates.
Well, no, they're incredibly reasonable. Now, do you prepare documents or somebody brings you already a document that they have found on the internet or somebody else prepared for them?
Definitely, I prepare documents. Okay. And actually, the rates that are listed on the website are different than, obviously, because that's for just contract review. But my rates are still highly competitive for doc preparation. Now, I can give you kind of an estimate here, but they're also different. Commercial leases versus a membership resolution. Those are all totally different animals. What is the type of agreement that you see come through your desk or through the internet all the time that you're like, my goodness, great! Everybody's just making the same mistake. And I'm so happy you asked this question because it drives me crazy because it's such a big document.
I figured you had some kind of pet peeve there.
It does. It drives me crazy. It is an asset purchase agreement. And normally when people are buying or selling these businesses, at a minimum, I'm looking at $500,000, and it's quite literally, there's typos. Oh my, yeah, the broker put it together. She didn't have the right dates on there. I see that constantly, and it drives me crazy. And the only reason these people have come to see me, because otherwise they weren't going to. They were going to go and try to, all of us entrepreneurs, we work on hope all day long. Well, they were just going to hope that nothing terrible happened. And we're talking about, at a minimum, I've seen documents, APAs that handle $500,000 all the way up to $10 million. So, and they're just like, well, we figured it would work. It was off the internet.
That's
drives me crazy.
But that's incredible, right? But that's real. It's happening.
It's happening all the time.
It's happening all the time, where we are assuming that because we just downloaded it from the internet, that is, a good, valid document.
Right. And you're hoping as well. I mean,
and you're hoping.
You, as an entrepreneur, you have to have hope because you're constantly being beat down in a number of different facets. So you have to have this unreasonable hope out there that everything's going to work out okay. You're going to have micro losses but macro wins. Well, this could be a macro loss if you don't do it right.
What I love about what you're doing is that you're disrupting something that is nothing new. I mean, it's been around for, Legal Shield comes to mind.
Right, exactly.
Zoom, etc. And so that makes you, what makes you different from we know from Legal Shield, but what makes you different from a Legal Shield, for instance? Because they do document review. And one of the biggest things that they say is, well, you have an attorney. In fact, you have an army of attorneys that will review your document and whatnot.
Exactly. And Legal Shield has a great model as well. Where we're different is that I'm also addressing the needs on the attorney side. So with Legal Shield, you have one law firm that's usually licensed either. Yes. We have one law firm in Arizona, for instance, and depending on the state, you might have a couple. Yes. But I'm also addressing the need on the attorney side as well. So I am providing them with a platform, because this is the thing, and I don't know if you knew this, but when you go to law school, they do not teach you how to run a business. I know it's crazy, but grad school does not teach you how to run a business. So you have these phenomenal advocates out there who can do great work, but they don't exactly know how to go out and market, for instance, or how to maintain that client, or how to, I don't want to use the word upsell, but from an entrepreneur's background, that's what we're doing. We're upselling them to the next level.
Well, you have to.
I handle that for them. I handle all the back end, I handle everything. So all they have to do is practice. And what's been really funny about it that surprised me, I have to tell you, is I thought I would get newer, less seasoned attorneys who would want to work with me coming out of law school and saying, I need some experience and I want some extra work. What I found is it has been more veteran attorneys, more experienced attorneys, because this is the problem. You have, if you're experienced, you either work for a large law firm and you have these exorbitant billable hour requirements that you have to fulfill. You have to go to Monday morning meetings, you have to wear your suit, you have to go out and do some rainmaking. It's all of this stuff that you maybe are overdoing. Or you have to open your own practice. There's nothing in between for these guys. So when they come to me, and I've had them come to me and they said, Megan, I'd like to work for you. And I look around, I'm like, for who? For me? Okay. So it's been this wonderful result that I didn't anticipate, actually, that I have some phenomenal veteran attorneys who have said, I want to still keep my skills fresh. I don't want to have to have this crazy number of billable hours I have to fulfill, but I want to help people, because believe it or not, attorneys go into law school wanting to help people. So this way they can on the back end and make a little bit of extra cash.
There may be this romantic idea about, I'm going to become an attorney and I'm going to help all these people, but the reality is that
student loan.
Yeah, 6 years later, you have a student loan you have to pay.
Yeah, and families and all of that stuff that comes down the pipeline. And then, so you have this exorbitant debt that these new attorneys are coming out with. So what they need to be able to do is they need to be able to make some money, but also maintain their work-life balance.
I have an agreement, say, with Taylor. And we're both coming to you to give us your opinion about that agreement. Is there a conflict?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I would work for you, or I would work for Taylor.
You can't work for both of us.
No.
Okay.
And now there are certain instances where if you don't foresee a conflict happening, but I like to keep those very, very clear, and especially since I'm a contracts attorney, I like to keep the lines very, very clear on that one. And I just represent one person or the other.
That I wanted to make clear, because if I'm bringing you a contract and I said, oh yeah, we're friends right now. Yeah, you're friends. You were married.
Right.
But now you got to think in the worst case scenario, right? What happens when you get divorced? What happens if you separate?
Because in the honeymoon phase, you guys are exceptionally generous. Same thing when you're starting a business. In the beginning, everybody wants to give, and then all of a sudden you start getting down that road and you go, no,
Megan, is that the biggest problem that we have as entrepreneurs? And I see it all the time, is that we do not define our expectations when we enter into 100%. A partnership, or even call it a partnership, call it an agreement, call it friendship, whatever it is that we're going to be doing together. We we do not define our roles or our partnership so clear that that painful conversation, which is what do we do if
Now.
we get what do we do if we get divorced? When there's no money, everything is beautiful, right?
Right.
The moment that bank accounts start, wait a minute, there's like about $10,000. Wait a minute, there's $15,000. What's happening? You're not working as hard as I am.
Right. And I speak on this constantly because I feel like contracts, I mean, it is the basis for our entire system, right? We're built on an innumerable number of contracts out there.
Right.
And it doesn't just serve the purpose, I actually wrote a blog about this, of insulating you in the case of litigation. What it does is it helps define the roles and the expectations, because it may not be that we're both nefarious creatures here, right? And I'm trying to get my way and try to do something. I am just quite literally sitting in my chair, seeing the world in a very different way than you're seeing it. And that is where I see a ton of issues come up. And it can be as simple as, I'd like to hire you as a consultant. And I see this a lot, right? And then there are these kind of nebulous terms, but there aren't any definitives. So I thought you were going to come in, sit in my office, walk me through everything 20 hours a week. And you were saying, no, we're talking about a phone call, or I'm going to Skype you from the Bahamas, or something along those lines. So I tell people it is not just to protect you in litigation, it is to define the relationship. In fact, I really wish all marriages had prenups, because we could go into this thing knowing exactly what we were getting into if we did.
Forget marriages. How about just any kind of boyfriend-girlfriend
relationship? Right, exactly.
If I don't text you back within this number of minutes, do not go, are you okay?
Right.
Or where are you?
Call my mom.
Or call my mom. Hey, is Megan okay? I haven't heard from her in the past 15 minutes.
Right, exactly. And maybe I should do that with my children. I just realized I have zero I did write my youngest daughter an eviction notice when I was pregnant with her, because she was way overdue. But I have, I need to write some contracts with them. I just realized that we have not defined our relationship yet.
You're going to be here at dinner about 5 p.m. You got to show up here, all nice and clean, and you sit in that chair, young man, and you signed right here.
But contracts really were in my blood. My father is a broadcaster. I'm a native Arizonan. And my whole family is full of entrepreneurs. And I had to negotiate everything I got. Every single thing. I wanted to date a boy who was a little bit older than me, and I had to put together a whole presentation and sign a contract. He had to sign the contract saying all of these things he would not do. So contracts, I mean, they really are phenomenal assets for people, no matter where you are, romantic, professional, they work.
I can only imagine the poor guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was pretty uncomfortable for him.
Do I need to sign that? Oh my goodness. Anyway, but that's great. You're just phenomenal. You're just
thank you.
Fount of information.
Oh, good. Well, I hope so. That's exactly what we're supposed to be.
And that's what we need as entrepreneurs, is somebody that knows what they're doing. And as far as the agreement is concerned, very, very important. Define your roles, define the expectations, both in your personal lives as well as in the business life.
Yeah, and you maintain clients longer that way, because they know what they're actually going to get from the entrepreneurs, and that's what I see a lot of.
When the breakup happens, whether it's a friendly breakup or it's not a so friendly, then hey, we define these expectations way back when. That's what it is.
Yeah, and they've changed, and we're okay because we have an exit strategy, and everybody knew what they had contracted for. But when they don't know, that's when you have litigation.
You're gonna have to come back again and give it more knowledge, man.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime. Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. With that, no, you take us out. You're the attorney. Can you say we're out?
We are out.
Welcome to the remix.